Far out in the vast Indian Ocean lies a small, isolated jewel. This is Christmas Island, an Australian territory closer to Indonesia than to the mainland. It is a place of remarkable natural beauty with lush rainforests covering much of its surface. These forests are home to many unique creatures found nowhere else on Earth. The island itself is the peak of an ancient underwater volcano rising dramatically from the ocean depths. Its rugged coastline is met by turquoise waters teeming with marine life. But among all its natural wonders, one event stands out as truly extraordinary, a spectacle that captures the imagination of all who witness it. This event is the annual red crab migration. Each year, millions of Christmas Island red crabs emerge from their forest burrows. They embark on a perilous journey to the coast, driven by an ancient instinct to breed. The sheer number of these creatures is almost beyond comprehension. Imagine a living, moving carpet of crimson, covering roads, scaling cliffs, and flowing through the island's towns. The journey of the red crabs begins deep within the island's moist rainforests. Here they spend most of the year hidden in individual burrows, feeding on fallen leaves, fruits and seedlings. But as the wet season approaches, an unseen signal prompts them to leave their solitary lives. The first crabs emerge, tentatively at first, then in ever-increasing numbers. Soon, the forest floor is alive with movement, a rustling, clicking sea of red. They navigate by instinct, an internal compass guiding them towards the coast, sometimes many kilometers away. This is not a leisurely stroll, it is a determined march, an urgent pilgrimage. Their path is fraught with challenges. The crabs must traverse a variety of terrains, from the damp leaf litter of the forest to the sun-baked open areas. They climb down steep slopes and clamber over rocks. Human infrastructure presents new obstacles. Roads, gardens, and even buildings can lie in their path, yet they press on undeterred. The sheer density of the migrating crabs is astonishing. In some areas, the ground seems to disappear beneath a moving tide of crimson. The timing of the red crab migration is not arbitrary. It is intricately linked to the rhythms of nature. The primary trigger is the onset of the wet season, which usually begins around October or November. The increased rainfall provides the moisture the crabs need to survive their arduous journey from the forest to the coast. Without this humidity, they would quickly desiccate and perish. The rains soften the ground, making it easier for them to emerge from their burrows and travel. This connection to the weather patterns highlights the delicate balance that governs such large-scale natural events. Beyond the rains, the lunar cycle plays a crucial role, particularly in the timing of the spawning. The female crabs must release their eggs into the sea precisely at the turn of the high tide during the last quarter of the moon. This specific timing is critical for the survival of the larvae. The receding tide helps to carry the newly hatched zoea away from the shore into the relative safety of the open ocean. How the crabs sense these lunar cues with such precision remains a subject of wonder and scientific study. The culmination of the female crab's long journey is the spawning event. As the last quarter of the moon approaches and the high tide begins to turn, a remarkable spectacle unfolds along the island's shores. Thousands upon thousands of female crabs, each carrying a brood of around 100,000 eggs, gather at the water's edge. They pack tightly onto the beaches and rocky coves, waiting for the precise moment. As the waves wash over them, they shake their bodies, releasing their dark masses of eggs into the turbulent surf. The sea momentarily darkens with the sheer volume of eggs. Once in the water, the eggs hatch almost immediately, releasing tiny larvae called zoea. These zoea are planktonic, meaning they drift with the ocean currents. For about a month, they will develop through several larval stages, feeding on microscopic organisms in the open ocean. This period is fraught with danger. The vast majority will be consumed by predators or succumb to unfavorable conditions.
For the residents of Christmas Island, the annual red crab migration is a defining feature of life. It is an event that brings both wonder and minor inconvenience. You never quite get used to it. Every year, when they start to move, it's like the whole island holds its breath. the roads close, and you have to plan your day around the crabs. But honestly, it's magical. There's nothing else like it on Earth.
This sentiment is common among locals who have developed a deep respect for these remarkable creatures and their ancient pilgrimage. Children on the island grow up with the crabs as a familiar part of their environment. They learn from a young age to walk carefully during migration season and to appreciate the spectacle.
My kids get so excited. We take them down to see the crabs crossing, and it's a fantastic real-life science lesson. They understand how important the crabs are to our island.
This early exposure fosters a sense of stewardship, ensuring that future generations will continue to value and protect this natural heritage. The people of Christmas Island and the Australian government take the protection of the red crabs very seriously. Recognizing the global significance of the migration, extensive conservation measures have been put in place. One of the most visible efforts is the construction of special crab crossings. These include underpasses beneath roads and even a unique crab bridge that allows the crustaceans to safely traverse major thoroughfares. During peak migration times, many roads are closed entirely to traffic, preventing countless crabs from being crushed by vehicles. These measures require careful planning and cooperation from the entire community.
Parks Australia staff play a crucial role in managing the migration. They monitor the crabs' movements, clear paths, and manage road closures. They also work to educate residents and visitors about the importance of the crabs and how to behave responsibly during the migration. Our primary goal is to ensure the crabs can complete their journey safely. This involves a lot of on-the-ground work, sometimes around the clock, especially during spawning.
The Christmas Island red crab migration is more than just a stunning visual display. It is a powerful indicator of ecological health. The success of this annual event depends on a delicate balance of environmental factors: timely rains, specific lunar conditions, and a healthy forest ecosystem to support the crabs throughout the year. Any significant disruption to these elements can have a profound impact on the migration and consequently on the entire island ecosystem. In this way, the crabs act as barometers, their movements reflecting the well-being of their environment. This mass movement of biomass plays a vital role in the island's nutrient cycling. As the crabs migrate, they consume leaf litter and fruits, and their droppings help to fertilize the forest floor. When they die, their bodies decompose, returning nutrients to the soil. The larvae that drift out to sea are part of the marine food web, and the baby crabs that return bring marine-derived nutrients back to the land. This intricate connection between land and sea, facilitated by the crabs, is essential for maintaining the island's biodiversity. They are, in essence, ecological engineers. The annual red crab migration of Christmas Island is a truly breathtaking event. It is a vivid demonstration of the power and persistence of nature. Millions of creatures, driven by an ancient biological imperative, transform an entire island into a moving spectacle of crimson. From their emergence from the forest depths to their perilous journey to the sea and the subsequent return of their tiny offspring, every stage of this cycle is filled with drama and wonder. It is a privilege to witness such a phenomenon, a raw display of life's incredible drive to continue. This migration is not merely about the crabs themselves, but about the intricate web of life they are part of. It speaks of the delicate balance within ecosystems, the precise timing dictated by sun, moon, and rain, and the remarkable adaptations that allow life to thrive even in remote corners of our world. The commitment of the Christmas Island community and conservation authorities to protect these crabs and their journey is a heartening example of how humans can choose to be stewards of nature rather than simply its consumers. Their efforts ensure that this marvel endures. As we observe such natural wonders, we are reminded of the immense biodiversity that our planet holds.